have gone from 397 to 302 over the last 6 months. Understandably, people have had questions that I have neglected to answer. Not that I don't want to answer them, I do. I just have been unsure on how to answer them to where they will be helpful. I am not an expert. I am not a professional. I am still very much in the throes of this and learning and making mistakes and figuring it out as I go. And I get it. I get why people would want to ask questions. I have 100 unanswered ones myself. So, what I have decided to do, because I do not feel qualified to offer explicit advice on what somebody should or should not do, I think the internet is inundated with enough unsolicited advice from random non experts that they don't need me, who is also not an expert, telling them exactly what to do with their bodies. What I can offer is what I'm calling my field notes. I have a journal where I have just kind of worked through things in the moment. It's full of thoughts and observations and thought processes to decisions. So I am going to basically start sharing conversations that I am having with myself in respect to what I have in here. And others will maybe be able to apply it to themselves and their unique situations. I've got quite a bit of material to cover, but to start, I figured the best place would be to just answer some very common questions that come up as they pertain to me. The first one being, how tall are you? I am 6 foot. I also have a large bone structure, which is why at 300 pounds, 302, I don't necessarily reflect that as other people would see on themselves. I am proportioned a little bit differently. I'm also proportioned very heavily on my bottom in comparison to my top. The next question that is inevitable, and I always get on every single video that I post, are you taking medication? No. The only medication that I take is a prescribed vitamin D supplement. But beyond that, I am fortunate in that I do not have to take any additional medications. The next question that I don't think is asked super frequently, but I think is important just for the sake of context, is how old are you? I am 37. I just turned 37 in December. Another question that I get is, are you doing a specific diet? The answer to that is no. I will delve into that a little bit more on its own video. Another question that I get is, do I track calories? That is also a no. And again, I will address that on a separate independent video. What about macros? Again, no. Another video. Something else I feel compelled to mention that doesn't necessarily get asked very often, but will become noticeable as I continue to share and post videos. I am about 90-ish% vegetarian. And that is mostly strictly because I'm just not a huge fan of meat. It's not something that I enjoy eating. I don't go out of my way to eat it. Not exclusively vegetarian, but my preferences lean that way. Those are the biggest things that I can think of for now, but I will be back very soon with more in-depth field notes.